This microcredential deals with network operating systems, NOSs, and consists of 4 targeted skills. This targeted skill is about Linux, Unix-based network operating systems. Although Linux does not incorporate any Unix source code, its look, feel, and function are nearly identical. Because of this, Linux and Unix-based network operating systems, NOSs, are discussed together. Unix is a proprietary operating system and must be licensed similar to Windows. Linux is intended to be a free, open-source operating system released under the GNU General Public License. Many Linux server versions are completely free and available for download. However, Linux versions lack the documentation and technical support available for Windows. This lack of documentation means that Linux requires a higher level of technical expertise to implement and to maintain. Although Linux source code is free, there are commercial versions of Linux available. In these cases, customers are required to license the product similar to Microsoft and pay for enhancements, additional capabilities, and technical support. Linux offers several advantages over Microsoft. The first is cost. Many versions are available for free, and the subscription costs for the other versions are still less expensive than licensing through Microsoft. Another advantage is flexibility. Because Linux is open source, it can be customized to meet user requirements. Linux servers are also more stable than Windows servers. Also, Linux manages memory differently than Windows and is not prone to developing memory holes, which can make the system sluggish and require a restart. Typically, Linux only requires restarts following kernel updates that are live patching. The final advantage is that Linux-based NOSs have lower hardware requirements than Windows servers. This means that Linux can be installed on older systems or less expensive, newer systems. When the NOS uses fewer system resources, more of those resources can be directed to providing services to users and enhancing performance. A Linux-based NOS can perform many of the same functions as a Microsoft server. These include user and device management, file and print services, addressing, and domain name system DNS. However, unlike Microsoft, Linux servers may require additional programming or applications to perform some of these functions. Additionally, the Lightweight Directory Access Protocol, LDAP, allows Linux servers to be added and their access managed by Microsoft's Active Directory. Linux servers also require a higher level of expertise than Microsoft servers. Many of the functions need to be added and maintained through a command line interface, CLI, as opposed to a graphic user interface, GUI, used by most Windows systems. The real power of Linux comes from its minimal hardware requirements that allow more resources to be dedicated to serving user applications such as cloud and database servers. Linux servers comprise the majority of web servers on the Internet. In fact, Linux servers running Apache make up 32% of these servers alone. Linux is intended to be a free, open-source operating system. It provides many advantages in comparison to Windows. However, its versions often lack the documentation and technical support available for Windows and requires a higher level of technical expertise to implement and to maintain.